Assalamu alaikum. A very good morning to my dear students, and welcome back to your biology class. And this is your biology teacher again from United Public School. So students, in our last session we have started your chapter 2, new chapter, that is respiration. So I also give you a quiet introduction about this chapter, and in today's session we will discuss the topic, that is discovery of gases and respiration, how the gases and respiration have been discovered in past days. Firstly, students, the term respiration was unknown by the people up to 18th century. The peoples don't know about the term respiration, but in 14th century a word like breathing was used, which means they know about the breathing in 14th century. That is most commonly used, this word. Okay, the breathing word was most commonly used, and on that time peoples were unaware of the facts of air. That is, air is a mixture of gases. On 14th century they don't know about the air, which is a mixture of gases, but they all know about the life process that takes place inside the living organisms. Here, what is the life process? That is nothing but the nutrition, the respiration, the transportation, the excretion. All this comes under life process. As I said in your last class in your index, I told you that nutrition, respiration, transportation, excretions comes under life process. This takes place inside the human body. So the peoples know about the life process, but they don't know about the air, which is a mixture of gases on those days. But then come to 18th century, the Lavoisier and the Priestley, the two scientists, okay, the Lavoisier and the Priestley, both of the scientists, they worked on the properties of gases and the exchange, the gases, how the exchange will take place, the properties of gases and the exchange and respiration. They work on both three types, both three things, and they discovered. So then there is how they work, so that we came to know about the process of gases exchange goes on in our body. So for the hard working of Lavoisier and Priestley, today we came to know about the process the gases takes place inside our body. That is, the process of gases takes place inside our body is nothing but respiration, we came to know. And here you can see the picture of the Lavoisier, and here is the Priestley image. Okay, and in our first chapter, that is nutrition, in first chapter we have discussed about the Priestley. Remember students, we did Priestley's experiment, this experiment, the Priestley experiment, the bell jar, remember? So in this experiment also he focused on the air and photosynthesis. He discovered air and photosynthesis. Here, air in the sense, yes, gases comes under air, right? The experiment of Priestley we know in our last class, but what is the Lavoisier experiments? Let's see. So Lavoisier is also carried out several experiments to understand the properties of gases. He also work on the gases. Okay. So in first experiment, in early experiments, in the sense first experiment, Lavoisier thought that the gases liberating on heated powder charcoal in a bell jar. So if in a bell jar, if we heat powder charcoal, the powder charcoal, if we heat, then some gases will be liberated, as we all know. But what are those gases? So here the Lavoisier observed the gases which is released by heating the powder charcoal is fixed air. So what is fixed air? In those days, in past days, they know as the fixed air. The fixed air is nothing but carbon dioxide. Okay, so in past days they called the carbon dioxide as a fixed air. So Lavoisier observed the fixed air is releasing when we heat powder charcoal inside the bell jar. Clear? This was his first observation in his early experiments. But later, next series of experiments, he dealt with the combustion of phosphorus in bell jar. Okay, so in bell jar only, the combustion of phosphorus here, in the sense combining of phosphorus. Okay, so from this studies, Lavoisier showed whatever in the atmosphere is combined with the phosphorus would not a water vapor. Okay, By this experiment, the combustion of phosphorus in a bell jar, he studied the Lavoisier showed that whatever in the atmosphere which gases are present, right? So when that gases is combined with the phosphorus, was not a water vapor. So his final words or the substances which combines with the phosphorus is either air itself or another elastic fluid which is present in a certain proportion in the air which we breathe. Understood? See? So, by the second experiment of the combustion of phosphorus of Lavoisier experiment, he concluded that when the phosphorus is combined with another substances, that substances may be itself the air itself, or it may be another elastic fluid which is present in equal amount, okay, equal amount of phosphorus and another fluid equal amount in the air itself. So it also present in air itself which we breathe, okay. So which I mean the phosphorus which is combined with another substances, that substances maybe it is atmospheric air, or it is another elastic fluid which is present in air only, the air which we breathe. This is elastic fluid which present in that air which we breathe, okay. So it is a respirable air which we breathe, and okay, respirable air which we breathe, and it also helps in burning, okay. As you all know that burning will comes in presence of oxygen, in presence of respirable air only. So it is the component of the respirable air and the burning air. So Lavoisier is also did another by the experiment. He also observed the air that we breathe out, right? That air will made up of milky water, lime milk water, while after heating melted with not, okay. What which means he noted that the fixed air, which means carbon dioxide, is made up of lime water, milky, okay. This fixed air, the carbon dioxide, is made up of lime water, milky. Clear? And he also immediately did some logical conclusion regarding the process of respiration, okay. Then he concluded that the either immensely respirable air is exchanged in the lungs to fixed air, and exchange of gases takes place in the lungs. I mean respirable gas, which air which we take goes inside our body, and in lungs this respirable air will convert into fixed air, okay. Which means here exchange of gases takes place, okay. This noted by the Lavoisier. So here respirable air in the sense oxygen, and fixed air in the sense carbon dioxide. Simple. So the respirable air, in which quantity, in which volume we will take inside the body, na. So in that volume only, in equal volume of that carbon dioxide will release inside the body. I mean the volume of oxygen take inside the body is equal to the amount of carbon dioxide which is released outside of the body. And here exchange of gases takes place inside the lungs. This was noted by the Lavoisier, and it was his final conclusion about his experiments. But then also Lavoisier finding led many another researchers. So finally we came to know about the process of respiration in mid 19th in the sense in 19th century, in middle of the 19th century we came to know about the respiration, and the rule plays major component of elements in process of respiration we came to know. And the events which is involved, even in the sense the step by step process. So the process which is involving in respiration is not known clearly, but the scientists which did the researches on the gases, they believe that the relationship between the heat produced in the body and the process of respiration. So there is a relationship between the heat produced in the body and the process of respiration, the scientists will believe. But there is no clear events takes place inside the body. We have, but no exact steps we don't know, okay. So let us study the steps involved in the respiration in human beings to find it out, okay. So here we have steps in respiration. As I said, there is no strict exact steps in respiration, but they have some strict process, but there is no strict demarcation involved in the respiration process. Okay, and this respiration process is very complex. Of under physical biochemical process, it is very complex. So firstly, breathing. Respiration starts with breathing, that is the air movement in and out of the body. The air movement goes inside of the body and out of the body is nothing but breathing. Then goes to gases exchange in the lungs. After going the air inside the body, gases exchange takes place. Okay, that gases exchange takes place. After take place exchanging of gases inside the lungs, that gas will transport to the blood of the body. Gas transport by the blood. Okay, after going the gases into the blood, inside the blood we have cells, right? So inside the bloods we have cells, so that the gases will take goes inside the tissues. Cells in the means tissues only. The group of cells is nothing but tissues. So the gases goes inside the tissues, and here also inside the tissues the gases exchanges will takes place. And then cellular respiration means using oxygen will in cell process to produce carbon dioxide and water released energy be used for life process. So after exchanging of how the exchange of gases will takes place in cells, that will study under cellular respiration. So it is some of the steps involved in respiration, that is breathing, gases exchange in lungs level, gas transport by blood, gaseous exchange at tissue level, cellular respiration. Clear? So in our next class we will start with the breathing. Okay, so students, your today's homework was write these steps of respiration, the step of respiration. Draw this flow diagram in your homework notes. Okay, thank you students, have a nice day.